You take a piece of paper, draw your favorite food, and then you eat it. Hi, welcome back. I think it's funny that kids want to grow up to become adults as soon as possible. I mean, it makes sense. They want people to start taking them seriously. They believe once they become an adult, people will stop telling them what to do. They want this freedom that they believe adults possess so that they can do whatever they want without anyone telling them otherwise. But obviously, when you start growing up, you're gonna realize very quickly that life isn't that simple, and that in reality, not everything is gonna go your way. But when you're a child who eats dirt and is just watching cartoons on TV, you don't care about all that. All you care about is getting what you want because that's what makes you happy. Whether it be eating your favorite junk food every day, watching an inappropriate movie, or staying up late at night playing your favorite video game. This urge or obsession of getting what you want, even though it goes against what your parents or guardians say, gets even bigger once you become a teenager. When you notice the kids around you are doing things that you want to do, even though they are going up against their parents, or it might be dangerous for them to do, or the things that they're doing isn't even allowed for them at this current age, you just say fuck it and do it anyway because it's fun. This is basically what leads you into a rebellious phase. You might want to start drinking, taking drugs, and going to nightclubs, even though you don't have a legal ID. But of course, you don't care about the consequences. You don't care about the outcomes that could lead you to getting into serious trouble, because in the moment, you're just enjoying yourself. You're just having fun. And to be honest, that's exactly what it means to be a kid, to have fun. To me, the greatest privilege that kids have when they are at a certain age is that they don't give a fuck. They don't care about their physical or mental health. They don't give a shit about managing their depression, anxiety, or worrying about eating healthy and doing exercise to help their body. They're enjoying themselves eating all the candy and fast food they love so much without worrying about gaining weight or getting diabetes. They are absolutely oblivious to the burdens and responsibilities that comes with being an adult. So they think that the things that they're doing now makes them an adult just because they're doing it at such a young age. It makes them feel more mature and they are enjoying themselves, so of course they are not going to think twice about what exactly are the problems and issues that are arising from it. And right now, I kind of envy that. I envy that ignorance that I had when I was a child, of just not worrying about the problems in the future. Because again, more than anything, I wanted to be an adult. I wanted people to take me seriously so that I could join them at their parties or join them at their little social gatherings so that I could be cool or that I could have a fun time. Of course, looking back at it, that's just a stupid kid who thinks he knows better and wants the whole world to recognize him as an adult, even though he's nowhere close to being an adult. And I'm sure there are plenty of kids who feel the same way. They will go out of their way to do things that are restricted from them or that is against the law for them or is something dangerous, but they'll do it because it's just fun and because it's something that they want to try out. Kids are just naturally curious. And if you hide from them something that you don't want them to do or you think is not something they should be a part of yet, of course, that's just going to make them want to do it even more. And it's even more hilarious when kids think they have it hard. Hearing them complain about their parents, about their school, about not getting good grades, about not being able to go somewhere because they're not old enough. It's fucking hilarious. To them, those types of problems are equivalent to like the world ending. And I would know because I would have those situations. There have been plenty of times where I've gotten into arguments with my parents about not being able to go somewhere or not being able to do something because I wasn't old enough or because they thought that it was very inappropriate for me regardless of what age I was. And there was definitely a lot of times where I felt like I was going to fail a class and there was no way for me to even get close to passing, or I was just doing absolute dog shit in a test/quiz because I didn't understand anything that the class was teaching me. But now, looking back at it, I was obviously just being a drama queen. And if I felt like that was the world ending, I was definitely not prepared for the shitstorm that was gonna come my way once I graduated high school. Because another thing to note is that from elementary school all the way until you graduate high school, kids are following a system. They are following a daily routine and they don't even realize how blessed they are with that routine. All they have to do is wake up every morning with a breakfast that's already prepared for them, go to school, pay attention in class, do some homework, go home, and then spend the rest of your day doing whatever the hell you want so long as you listen to your parents, complete the work that's assigned to you, and you'll be happy. But of course, kids are gonna abuse that routine. They're gonna take advantage of that routine because they're kids. They don't realize at that very moment that they can use the freedom that they already possess to just relax, to not have to worry about the burdens or responsibilities that's gonna come their way at some point. I still remember the first day when I moved out of my house and I was living by myself. I was shitting myself. I had no idea what to expect. I was very confused as to whether or not everything was going to work out. I was already panicking about the world falling down on me, and I was just barely starting my first semester of college. But hey, I wanted to be an adult. I wanted to grow up so fast. Here it is. And now what's even more funny is that when I look back at how I was a kid who only cared about wanting to grow up, wanting to get that respect, and wanting to get that authority that an adult possesses, I just laugh my ass off. Because the irony of everything that I've just said is that now that I'm technically an adult, is that I kind of wish I could just go back to being a kid. Of course, I would never want that to happen. I'm very happy with everything that I have right now, and I would never want to give up anything that I have achieved at this very moment. But every now and then, it does feel nice to think back to all those things that I was able to do and not have to worry about the current responsibilities that I have. Even just thinking about the issues and burdens that I had to deal with living on my own is a fucking nightmare. It's not even just working on your own schedule. It's about having enough money to take care of yourself. That includes rent, bills, food, and if you're attending college, trust me, the amount of money that you're going to be spending on that alone is a lot. But that's what it means to be an adult. That's what it means when you start growing up. You gain more responsibilities as you grow up. And of course, so does the level of stress and anxiety that you will gain along the way. Someone in my current situation has no right to complain about that anymore, because I'm blessed that now I've left that all behind. I've graduated university, and now I'm back home and I'm enjoying my time. I had to put in the work so that way I could enjoy my time taking breaks and relaxing. And it's important to mention that I also have parents that care for me and are there to support me every step of the way. If I didn't have the friends or family that supported me along the way when I was in college, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. When you're a kid, you want to become an adult so badly because you only look at the advantages that come with it, the freedom that you believe they possess, even though in reality, it's not freedom at all. Instead, it's just piles and piles of more work, responsibilities, and burdens that you're gonna have to worry about later on. And the thing about adults who wish that they could become kids again, who wish that they could just relive a life where they were able to go back to their childhood and have fun, just keep in mind that sure, kids didn't have the responsibilities that adults have, but the reason is because they had people to watch over them. They had people to make sure that they didn't step out of line, to make sure that they were safe, and also to make sure that they fall in line with what you tell them. And that's why I would never want to go back to being a kid again, because I don't want to have to rely on someone 24/7. I don't want someone to always have to follow me around and make sure that I'm safe. In the end, kids have a lot of fun doing what they do best and enjoying life to the fullest. But just because you're an adult does not mean you can't do the same thing. Sure, there are a lot of responsibilities that come with being an adult, but it's up to you to decide how you handle those situations, how you're going to make sure that you get all the work out of the way so that you can still have fun, so that you can still enjoy life. Because growing up shouldn't feel like torture. It should feel like you're enjoying every step of the way because you're trying to achieve something that you love. And it's because of the restrictions that you had as a child that you weren't able to achieve that on your own. But now that you're old enough, you have the freedom to achieve that. You have the freedom to go out and embrace the world and take on society with all the knowledge and all the life lessons that have been given to you. There's a saying that my parents taught me very early on in my childhood that I still hold very true to this day. Life isn't fair, and it's not going to give a shit about what kind of problems you have with it. But it's up to you as an adult to break through those obstacles so that you can enjoy yourself and that you can achieve your goals. The world may be against you and it may not give a shit about you, but that does not mean you have to give up at achieving success. Growing up is all about making mistakes, which you will then learn from so that you can avoid them in the future. You're not expected to be perfect, but as an adult, you are expected to learn from your mistakes so that you can move forward and be successful. Before, when you were a child, you could fuck up on a problem and there would be someone there to help you find a solution. But as an adult, that won't always be an option. You're going to have to figure things out on your own, and that's what will help you grow up. that is what's going to make you stronger as an individual. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks again for watching, and keep being awesome.